Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. I'm happy to have you here today. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. On this channel, I usually talk secular homeschooling and a couple of other things like motherhood, our family life in general, my life in general, things like that. So today's video is actually going to be another curriculum picks video, and I know you're wondering, but you've already shared all of your kiddos. What is this kid? This kid is my niece, okay? My niece is coming back to homeschooling. She tried it, and then she tried going back, and she decided that homeschooling really is where her heart is, and so she wants to homeschool for the coming school year. So I have set up a complete curriculum for her, and I figured if I did the work, why not share it with you guys? Because maybe you have a 4th grader out there. So let's talk about what we chose for her. First up, she is going to be using Matthew C. Gamma. So I don't have anything pulled out today because most of it I've either already boxed up or I haven't purchased yet for her, well, my sister hasn't purchased yet for her. But so I'm going to just put pictures up here. But the first one is Matthew C. Gamma. And so I think this is going to be a really great program for her to use. And I think it's going to be really helpful to get her like a good solid understanding of multiplication, because that is, kind of an area that they expressed a need for. So she's going to be using Matthew C. Gamma. And then for the English language arts portion, she is going to be using Michael Clay Thompson. I love this program so much that I am going to have her do that. Because I know my sister likes something that's easy to follow. I was a little hesitant because Michael Clay Thompson's not the easiest thing to follow. It's not, there's not like a laid out plan. You kind of have to say, okay, I think we're ready to move on to the next step. But I think that the Michael Clay Thompson is so well done that I think, I'm going to let them use it because I think it's going to be the best thing for them, even though it's not like a super simple, easy to, do this. I think it's going to still be super beneficial. We used it this year and absolutely loved it. And so that is what I'm going to recommend. And that's going to cover grammar, writing, literature, and vocabulary. So it knocks out almost all of the English language arts category. Now, you guys know I'm not usually a proponent of all-in-one curriculums, but this all-in-one curriculum is the bee's knees, guys. It is supreme, chef's kiss, all the things. So she is going to be using that, and the only thing we're going to be adding in this English language arts category is spelling. And so she will still be using the sequential spelling. This is what she used before. She's just going to go up 2 levels. So she'll be using the level 3. That program, they've used it and loved it. We've used it and loved it. And so I think that is what is going to be a perfect fit. Okay, next up, I guess this kind of does fall under that English language arts category, but handwriting. I don't think that she's learned cursive yet. So she is going to be using the Zahner Bloser grade level 4, which is cursive handwriting, to add to that as well. For history, I am going to have them use Curiosity Chronicles. I think it is very well laid out as far as like do this, even though it provides so many options. And I'm going to tell my sister, pick the option you want to do, or if you don't want to do something, you can skip it. But I love the timeline, the worksheets, all the things that it comes with. The storybook is really nice and easy to follow. And so I think it's something they're really going to enjoy. So they'll be doing Curiosity Chronicles, the first level, which is ancient history. And so that is what they will be using for history. She is also going to cover geography by using the Evan Moore geography workbook, Skill Builders workbook. I really enjoy these skill builder workbooks. There was a point in our homeschool where we just got all of the skill builder workbooks, and that's what we did for homeschool. It was a phase of our life where we were busy, we had a lot going on, and like I had new babies and we were traveling a lot, and it was just easier to use those notebooks or those workbooks, and they covered everything. My children didn't fall behind. Like, they're really just superbly wonderful workbooks to use. I liked all of Evan Moore's stuff, but especially these skill builders. I think they're really thorough. They're fun. The way the material is presented, my kids didn't really get bored with them. I mean, they did after a while, but yeah, there was like a year and a half where that's what we did was for school, was just using those workbooks. For science, she is going to use Mr. Q's Life Science. This one is actually free, but he has a whole series of books. They're not free, but they're very inexpensive. But what I love about them is it includes a very simple lab activity every single week. As far as simple being easy to set up and easy to use, which it was, the top criteria for things that I was picking here for this, for my niece. Simple to use, simple to set up, easy to do. So I really liked this. I thought it was something that she could do more independently, because you want to start working on increasing those independency skills. And so that was something that she is going to use for science. I'm also going to have her use the crash course biology playlist also, just to kind of give her something else to beef up that or just a different approach. Sometimes we don't want to do only reading, like sometimes we want to see videos too. Okay, next up, computer skills. She is going to work on typing.com. So this is a resource we've used in the past. It's absolutely free, but she's going to work on increasing her computer skills with typing.com. I may or may not also have her do the life skills along with my daughter who is in 5th grade. I might just set up my Google Classroom to include both of them so that she could do that as well. So that is what she's going to be doing for computer skills. And then critical thinking, which is something that I think is really important. We found the critical thinking detective, and it's kind of like little mystery puzzles, a whodunit kind of situation. And I think she will really enjoy that. So we're going to pick that up for her as well. And last but not least, we are going to be, I'm going to be assigning some art to her from YouTube. So they're gonna, draw with me's or create this kind of YouTube videos. There are so many of them out there and available, and I use those with my kids and they just loved them. And the reason why I included this category is she is really into art, and so giving her something that is exciting for her to look forward to in the homeschool day is definitely something that I wanted to include for her. So I'm going to pop over to the computer and show you kind of like her daily flow that I've mapped out for you. So give me 1 second. So as you can see, here is their daily flow. We've chosen to give them a 4-day-a-week work week with Fridays as like a makeup day. So anything they don't get to on one of those days, or if they have a doctor's appointment, they can just shift or whatever. But that she's going to do, if you haven't ever used Matthew C., like day 1, you watch a video, then you do a couple of worksheets, and then there's a test at the end of the week. You can do the test or not do the test, but there's like, the worksheets are like A, B, C, D, E, F, and then there's G, which is the application one. So I normally have my kids watch the video and do A, then do E the next day, and then do G the 3rd day, and then take that test on the 4th day. So that's the schedule that I'm going to have her follow. Then if they need more practice, you can let them do more of the practice worksheets and just shift everything, a little bit. There's only 30 lessons, I think, in most of the books. And since you normally use school for like 32, 34 weeks, it's okay if you get a little bit off there. Then, of course, they're going to be doing Michael Clay Thompson every day, handwriting every day, but then she's going to alternate between typing and thinking detective. So one day she'll do typing, the next day she'll do thinking detective, back and forth, back and forth. Same process for art and geography. One day she'll do an art video, and the next day she'll do the geography workbook. And then they're going to do history or science. And the reason I've written it like this is so that, like, if they want to do history one week and science next week, or if they want to do every other day, or however they want to structure it. I'm going to let them, leave that up to them. And then the last thing is unit studies. She's asked me to put together, they're going on a trip, and she asked me to put together a unit study for them. So I've included that here as well. And then of course at the very top, she's going to read at least 20 minutes every day. And so that is also on her checklist. So she can just go down her checklist of what she needs to accomplish in a day. They do not live in the same town as me. So we're going to be doing a lot of this stuff like virtually. My sister is homeschooling her. I'm just here as a backup, and rather than having her, have to do all the research, I said, I've already done 4th grade twice. Let me just give it to you so you know what to do. What we thought was the best, what I think I know my niece, I know what I think she's gonna like best. And so that is what I've put together for my niece's 4th grade homeschool year. So if you have any questions about any of these or want to know more about why I chose them, drop that down in the comments. If you homeschooled for 4th grade, what was your favorite curriculum that was easy to use and easy to follow for the instructor? Because those were my 2 criteria for putting together this curriculum plan for her. If you want this weekly flow, I have this as a free editable PDF, it's edible Word document on my website, which is www.homeschool-ology.com. Don't forget the dash. And so you can go download that as well as many other free downloadables there for you guys. And then I think that's all I have for you guys today. So don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram at Homeschool-ology, or chat with me over there. Chat with me down in the comments. Chat with me over on my blog. Chat with me. I love to chat with you guys. If you have any questions about setting up a curriculum for your student, I'm happy to help. So I think that's going to be it for me today. I hope you'll come back and chat with me again real soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.